There's no plans on that at the moment. Like, we have no like DIY projects to work on. We've got nothing planned. We might be going somewhere, but nothing's like kind of like set in stone wise, which is great. I haven't had like a free weekend in a really long time and I'm ready for it. January was so full on for me that I need a rest, so I'm very much looking forward to this. We have coffee. I went to the drive-through, dropping Lee off at work at our coffee shop, which I know is such an oxymoron in itself, but the machine wasn't on and I was desperate for some coffee, and I was dropping Lee off because of the fact that there was rail strikes, so I was just like, had to get up early on a Saturday, so coffee was needed. Anywho, other than that, like I said, there's no plans at the moment. I need to do some tidying and organising. I have a new friend to show you guys. Like, you are going to be, if you're anything like me, you're going to be so happy to meet my new friend. And yeah, I've got a little list. Like, I wanted to give myself a few jobs, like particularly editing, which is not going to be interesting to film, guys, but I might just show you a bit of behind the scenes and show you what it's all about in case you guys are interested in how I do things. But I definitely want to sit down for a good couple of hours and edit and really kind of like get ahead with everything. I've got a newsletter to write out, and I want to do a few TikToks. I'm really getting into TikTok recently. Like, I'm not a professional at it, no way whatsoever, but I think I have like 120 followers. I'm kind of enjoying it at the moment. Like, I don't know if anyone else is feeling this, particularly if you're a content creator. Like, raise your hands if you are in the exact same boat as I am, but like, Instagram is in its flop era, and they've just said that they've overcorrected themselves in terms of reels, and now they're going back to a 50-50 emphasis on photographs and reels. But I think it's too late. I honestly think it's too late for those types of things. And just being a marketer myself, obviously, in case you guys didn't know, I'm a marketing manager, and I still have like my toes dipped in both worlds with like content creating and this. And for me, like, when I like market like aneditedlifestyle lifestyle, because I do, like, I put my professional like expertise on this, I really see like two very different kind of bits of content being created for TikTok and Instagram. I'll link TikTok down below if you guys are interested. It's the same username that I have everywhere else, but for TikTok, the coffee's not kicked in yet, but for TikTok I'm seeing it as more like lifestyle stuff. I tried a few little bits out and stuff like that. Like, I tried to show like a DIY like transformation. It wasn't really kind of going there, but a lot of the stuff, like, it seems so silly, but like me just propping my camera up at a secret location just outside the office so that I can show off my outfits, is like, it's doing well. So I'm kind of doing more of like what I'm calling like aspirational and life things. So I'm doing a few like outfits, I'm doing a few things where my home looks like really nice and like clean and tidy and stuff like that, with a few funny like audio clips that I've saved and whatnot. Loving doing photo carousels on there. I think they're just the bomb, and Instagram needs to take inspiration from that and make carousels like automatically movable. And so I'm doing more of that. And then on the Instagram side of things, like, I'm doing one or two things, but it's more to promote like the content on the blog, to promote content on this channel and stuff. So that's where I'm seeing things. Love to know what you guys think in terms of it. Like, you are the ones that like obviously absorb the content. How are you finding these stuff? Like, what do you like to see? Like, let me know in the comments below if like just any general advice, because it would be great to kind of make sure like the content I'm serving suits all you guys. Anywho, I'm just going to quickly grab my makeup stuff. Like I said, I wanted to do a few TikToks today. Don't know if I'm actually going to be on camera, but you know, always be prepared. Not preparing is preparing to fail. I don't know what what's it called, the phrase. Jesus Christ, is my brain just not on today? But I'm just doing like a very simple like makeup routine. I don't know if I've ever shown this makeup routine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I felt like there was 6 products. There's an eyebrow pencil missing. Where is it? There we go. I literally am using just 6 products at the moment for my makeup, and I am loving it, and I'm very, very happy. I've got the routine down to like a 5-minute whatever. I will admit though, maybe the tinted moisturizer I need to change up slightly, or I need to drink more water. But this stuff I'm using, I feel like I've done, if I've talked about this recently, I do apologise, but literally I use this under eye corrector, which I use, as you can see, all over my face. It's just brilliant. If you are hungover, by the way, this is the holy grail, just put this over your face, no one none the wiser. I've got this tint-free, sheer tinted oil-free SPF 20 tinted moisturiser from Beauty Pie. And then go over with the holy grail of bronzer. I also put the bronzer on my eyelids because I'm that person. And then I go in with either one of my like blush palettes. I only have two. I'm using this one at the moment. I'll link, like I said, link it all down below. Eyebrow pencil, and then top it off with some mascara just on the top lips, and that is it. That's all I'm doing. Sometimes I mix it up when like I'm going out or anything like that, but realistically, like Monday to Friday going to work and just like these things, filming, I'm not doing anything more than that. But I have noticed recently, like, I think it's to do with the weather. I have very dry, dehydrated skin, and when it's like at the weather at the moment where it's like going from being really cold but suddenly really hot in the office, or it's actually like today it's 11 degrees outside but yesterday it was like 2, my skin can't always handle like extreme weather changes. So I have noticed recently like my skin has been really like it feels like the foundation is just flaking all the time. So I'm gonna not give up hope yet with this foundation, because it's not even a foundation, it's a tinted moisturiser, and as you can see, it's perfect. It just gives my skin a little bit of, you know, life, which is all I want really in my makeup. I just want to enhance what Emma already gave me. But I might have a little look around for another tinted moisturiser. So again, please help out a girl if you have a good recommendation for a tinted moisturiser. I literally am off foundation, guys. Like, I just cannot find the right foundation for me. So tinted moisturisers all the way, particularly in the summer. We are just doing the brows now. I'm not going to bore you too much. I'm going to actually stop you guys here. I'm going to pick you up in a bit. I have, like I said, my new friend to show you guys. If you're on Instagram, you're probably sick of hearing about her, because I'm probably going on about her 24/7 right now. That's actually another thing with social media. Sorry to kind of go around the houses with it, but Instagram, I'm not posting every day anymore. I just can't be asked to like have to think of like the feed and stuff like that. So I'm doing more kind of like photo diaries, like reel, like every now and then reels, but mainly it's just carousels and whatnot. But I am heavy on stories at the moment, and I have noticed, like, even in myself, all I'm doing is hitting stories when I go onto the feed. Like, I'm not going anywhere else. Again, interested in what you guys think. Are you are you looking at the photographs? Are you looking at this? Or are you a devourer of, you know, the stories like I am? I think it's just the best way to kind of go. We'll see. You know, we can always change things up again. As I was saying though, I'm going to put you guys down. I need to, if you can't tell, give this room a good tidy up. And then once I've done that, I'm going to introduce you guys to my friend. So let me just put it there. I'm going to pick you guys up in a bit. Okay, sitting down for this bit because I'm about to do my QVC moment. So I'm going to try and make this as short as possible, but I want to just tell you about my new best friend. I am sad for calling her that, but she really is at this point. So let's talk dog hair. So when we first got Dash, in terms of hair, he was very easy to handle. If you don't know, puppy hair is just super soft and fluffy. It's lovely, and it was relatively easy cleaning up after him. The only things I really had to worry about was like mud and dirt that he would bring in on his walks and whatnot. All good. Around September, October time, something changed, and he was shredding like there was no tomorrow. And I'm not talking about little bits, like I'm talking clumps of like hair coming out and stuff like that. It is apparently a very normal thing with collies. I don't remember my grandma ever having to do any of this stuff when we lived, when I visited her, but yeah, collies shed and it's their thing. We brush him like 3 times a week, all that jazz, give him lots of supplements to help keep his coat healthy and shiny, but he sheds. Something I've heard as well is apparently because of the weird weather that we've had, their normal natural shedding cycle is somewhat thrown off. So obviously they got really super thick winter coats, but kind of October, November time and into early December, because it was still quite warm and not what they were expecting, everyone started to shed. So that's just the thing, and we've been dealing with this for months, and it is literally to the point where I was hoovering twice a day. Now the hoover we got previously, we won't name names, we won't shame them, because you know what, it could just be our situation. It could be a perfectly good hoover brand as it is, but for us, the hoover that we had, it was a pet hoover, cordless. She just gave up the ghost, and literally gave up the ghost last like week. Like, she stopped hoovering, and I always really struggled with the fact that it was a pet hoover, but the hair would always get tangled, like my hair, my husband's hair, dog hair. We were like, it was losing suction, things were not getting up to the filter, I was having to constantly clean it, and it just felt like it was more hassle than it was worth. So when she finally went, I realised I was going to have to invest in a new hoover, much to my dismay. I did tons of research and ultimately landed on this one. I'm not gonna lie, I've only had her for 24 hours, but already I like want to just tell the whole world about her. Like, she's incredible. Let me introduce you to her. I invested in the Shark hoover. Why did I go Shark rather than Dyson? Money wise particularly, I was just like, but I heard incredibly good things about the Shark hoover when it came to pet owners, so I thought I'd take the plunge with it. Now, it is a corded vacuum, which is the, I'm going to give you the pros and cons so far that I have with this vacuum. Corded being not a con, sorry, but it's a bit of a cumbersome because it's a long cable, but I definitely think for our home, particularly because we have like so much carpet, and this is what I was talking about to some of the secretaries at work who were like, you need a corded like hoover when you're dealing with so much carpet. And I think that was the thing, like what I noticed was when we were hoovering, it was picking up like the surface like hair, old hoover was, but when you got like down and close, there was so much embedded hair in the carpet, it just was not picking up that, so it constantly felt dirty. I'm going to give you some befores, by the way, to show you, so I can't believe I'm about to commit this bit to film, but yeah, I'm being honest here. So Julie at work said, I think you need to go with a corded vacuum just to be on the safe side, so I went with a corded vacuum. So it feels like a pro, but not pro, a con, but it's not a con because it was a choice I made. Pros about it, incredibly easy to use. Every button is labelled, which is great. You can completely like detach her and just have it as like kind of almost like a handheld hoover, which is great. She actually cleans, which is a great like pro compared to my previous hoover. It has like hardwood and carpet settings on the top, which is great. You can choose the suction on here. I'll link this down below, by the way, if you are interested. I know that like personally the coastal grandmother in me is very invested in this type of review, so this is why I'm giving it. Con wise at the moment, the only con I have for this is that it's really heavy. I understand why it's heavy for the power that I needed for it, but it's very encompassing for like carrying up and down the stairs. So yeah, that's a con. For our small house as well, it's a con because it's also, there's nowhere to really store it other than in our laundry room. So sadly, that beautiful area that I managed to clear out of stuff is now going to get filled with the hoover because it's literally the only place it can live. Like, in case you guys missed like our laundry room makeover, we ended up installing like the device that holds the hoover onto the wall, so it was literally out of like floor space way. Sadly can't do this for this. So it is just going to be one of those that just lives next to the washing machine, but you know, it's what we have to do, and that's fine. I probably could keep it in the cellar, but because it's so heavy, coming up and down these flights of stairs and those flights of stairs, like, it's just not worth it in my eyes. So that's the only ones I've got so far. I would say probably as well as colour. I could do with a neutral hoover, and maybe some brand will hear me one day, but yeah, I'm not a particular fan of the ride, but other than that, super easy by the way as well to empty. This is the other thing that I had like struggled with. You literally click it at the side here, and that's what you take out, and you literally just, it all comes into this bit here. Like my other one was so encompassing for like emptying, like, and the hair would get stuck, so I'd have to get my fingers in there and like completely like remove it, which was always horrible. But yeah, a really easy one to use. This one as well has anti-hair wrap technology, so it has like a rubber kind of roller that actually stops hair getting tangled in it. I was a bit skeptical about these claims, but so far nothing on that roller at all. And I abused this Hoover last night. Like I completely cleaned our living room and like kitchen like so much, and yeah, she's been through the ringer already, and she's already holding up to her worth. So I can't recommend enough at the moment. Obviously, like I said, 24 hours into using her, see where we are in a couple months time. Let me know if you want that kind of updated review, but so far I'm going to give her a big thumbs up. Like, this is a brilliant Hoover to use. So let me show you before of like what the carpet is looking like, let me then Hoover and then show you an after. I know, thrilling content guys, this is what you come for these vlogs for, isn't it? Also worth mentioning, attachments. You've got the pet hair anti-wrap little one. This is great for kind of on the dog beds and stuff like that. And then of course this one, which is the bristle one, and then this one for getting on the corners and getting balls. I will say probably a con is I don't like this attachment when this is attached to it. I very rarely use this one, so it's a bit annoying when they are attached, but you know what, that's a small thing, very minor. So let me show you the carpet. So I don't know if you can really see. You actually can, I'm not even gonna lie. So can you see all these kind of little blops there? This is like the surface hair. This is actually not bad considering I haven't hoovered in a week because of other Hoover just giving up the ghost. This is not too bad, but you can see the carpet, and if I get in real close, I don't know if you can see, there you go. Can you see how like it's just surface level hair? And this would never get picked up with my other Hoover. Clump wise as well, Dash has left me a really nice gift over here. This is what like a clump of his hair looks like when it kind of falls out and stuff. I'm closing the door by the way because Dash is scared of the Hoover, so I do have to shut the door so he doesn't attack it. But yeah, I'm going to give this all a clean and we're going to see what happens. This room has never felt cleaner. Are you inspecting? You're like, where's my Picasso I left you on your carpet? But as you can see, completely lifted all the hair, like getting in close. Oh, you're showing them? Nothing there. Like, oh, it feels so much nicer in here. I've done the hallway as well and the stairs. It's actually not too bad on the stairs when you can completely take it apart. It's not too heavy at all. The cable though is a con. It's just annoying when you have a cable Hoover, but these are the things we have to live with, and I would rather have this and deal with a cabled Hoover every once in a while than what we were previously having. I feel like all the volume has just dropped out of my hair though, because I feel like a hot sweaty mess from doing all that, but I'm happy. The room is clean, we've dusted, we've cleaned. Hello, boo-boo. Just have to do the mirrors, but I'm gonna do them in a bit. What I'm gonna work on now is we'll do some TikTok filming, and then we will, where are we actually? Oh, he's peeked up because he thinks he knows what I'm gonna say. Okay, a bit early, but we should be able to time Woodlands in a couple of hours. Do you think we can do that? Yeah? You have a sleep, and then we go Woodlands. I love it when dogs cock their head like that. Sausages. What? What? You're just so cute, you know that? You're just so cool. You're just a sweet little boy. Oh, we tired? Alright, let's get some content Let's get some content creating and then yeah, go from there. Oh my god, I feel like I truly like abandoned you there for an hour. Like, I just have been whizzing around the house doing TikToks, which I'm honest, I am incredibly lazy with. Like, I do not know how some of these girls do it where it looks like a full-on production. Just make sure I don't knock you on the top of the stairs. But I'm literally just like taking little clips, like 5 seconds clips if that, of like different little vignettes in my home, and then I did 2 talking to camera, and then I just used a combination of like the vignettes to make up several like different TikToks to sound like I've done like 8 in total, so that should keep me going for a couple of weeks. And plus I like to do like I said, my secret location nail work of my outfit once. Maybe that is actually how the girls are doing it. They're literally just doing little clips and then just like doing it. I will admit, like, I like editing videos, but it's incredibly good that they've been able to like edit the app so that it matches and syncs it. So it's literally like put the clips in, they'll do the work for you, and you're like, yeah, I approved. So it does make it a lot easier for content creation. But they've been done. I want to do one more this evening. I don't know if it'll be up like the time you guys see it, but it's the one like where it's basically we don't turn the main light on, which is an absolute rule in my house. So I just need it to be a bit darker so I can make it cozier and then film it that way. So that will be done later. Dash is on high alert because he's seen me put my hat on and he's seen me put on my boot socks, which he knows means one or two things. It means either I'm off out somewhere and he's on his own, which he's not happy about, or I think what he knows is happening is that we're about to go out. I need to pick up some ingredients to do a pancake recipe, which will be the blog post that is live on my blog now, so go check that out. But obviously when this video goes out, it will be the day before Pancake Day or Show Tuesday, but let's face it, we call it Pancake Day. So I wanted to make sure I got a pancake recipe out. It's very different from what I've done before. So yeah, I was gonna make the pancake, do the photography, snack on that. I need to get some lunch as well, so I figured if we go for the W's, A-okay, and then pick up the ingredients, I can pick up a bit of lunch on the way, and then yeah, we should be doing it. And it looks like I do have a date with my friend. She says she's making pie, so I was like, ooh, so I need to think of something that I'm gonna bring to her. Probably I might do like an apple crumble, because it's like an apple and cinnamon pancake. So maybe if I pick up a few more apples, maybe we'll see if there's any rhubarb in season, we can grab some of those and then make like a apple and rhubarb crumble to take over. Be very wholesome. But yeah, let me set him off knowing what we're about to do, and then yeah, let's go for a lovely little dog W, and yeah, have a lovely wholesome afternoon. Dashi, do you want to go walkies? Are you ready for walkies? Woodland walkies? Should we go walkies? And you're gonna do your thing now when I go for your harness. You gonna do it? Okay, I'm propping you up here just to say hi. We haven't done much. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, are you alright? Come here. Oh, you get something stuck in your throat. Okay, he's gonna want to come and join me here. But yeah, when we got in, it actually wasn't great lighting. I was hoping it might clear and it didn't, but according to the weather app, there will be sunshine tomorrow. So we are gonna give it a go, then making the pancakes to photograph for the website and just to try a recipe. So yeah, happy to kind of do that. And then I will probably prep, I don't know actually if I had this conversation in my head or not, but we are going to go to my friend's for dinner tomorrow, and I said I'd bring over a crumble. Lee is bringing home some rhubarb, and I had some leftover apples, so I thought I'd make an apple and rhubarb crumble. So I'll probably prep that tonight so that we can just stick it in the oven when we get there, and it's just like an easy reheat one. I love making crumble, especially during the winter time and whatnot. But yeah, the last kind of couple of hours I've literally just been having some lunch, having cuddles with him, and really just taking it easy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've just been really just relaxing, and it's been lovely to do so. Also measured the coffee table. I'm potentially getting a new coffee table. Should I reveal my secret to you guys? yeah, let's reveal some of the secrets to you guys, but essentially something happened to the coffee table, which means we are looking for a new one, and I generally actually wanted to get a new one anyway, because as much as I love the DIY that I did to this coffee table, we need that extra shelf. But somebody, naming names, mister, made that decision kind of happen a bit quicker than expected. I was going to wait until I did the whole living room makeover, but I just have seen one. It's a decent price. I would have to do a bit of DIY for it, but with it being a decent price, I'm like, okay, well, I can make a video out of this. So let me show you what he did to the coffee table. So I've either edited it out or angled the camera, but as you can see, somebody decided to just have a bit of a gnaw on the leg of the coffee table, and it also, he's been doing it on this one. You know, you don't normally chew furniture, you're normally very good, but you have just, you know, it was one time, I think you were a bit bored. You learnt your lesson though, didn't you? But yeah, chewed the coffee table, so we definitely need to, well, we don't have to, I can stain it and like hide it. Or he's going to come and hide it and say, no, no, guys, don't look there. But yeah, we could stain it, but as I said, need a new coffee table. Hang on, oh, 1 second. We've got a very needy border collie. He's just been pushing his face against mine. Come on, get yourself up here. There you go. Anyone else's collie needy? But yeah, that was literally, it's just been a very relaxing afternoon, catched up on $1 Million Listing and whatnot. I'm waiting to get the go ahead from Lee to go and pick him up after work. I think what I'm gonna do though is go to the garden centre, DIY centre near me, and just have a little mooch around at the possibility of getting some plants. Not that I need plants. Oh, also, whilst I was in M&S, guys, bought a new top. Didn't need a new top, just saw stripes and thought, yes. So I've got something to model for you guys tomorrow. But yes, what I'm looking to do, the whole coastal grandma is coming out in me, but I've been inspired a little bit. Like, obviously our whole back garden needs a complete makeover, and you know, it'll soon be jet washing time. It's like an annual event on our street where we jet wash our free yards. It's looking very green at the moment. There's just been so much rain, but the plants are very dead pretty much throughout the garden. And yeah, I just think it's time to give it a bit of a makeover. And I kind of really want to grow like vegetables again. I'm not so bothered about growing flowers. I definitely want to have a look at doing like evergreen flowers and ones that are very easy, low maintenance, obviously with me being so busy with like the 1,000,001 jobs I have. I also want to get started on the front garden soon. Oh, battery's flashing. We'll go very quickly with this, but essentially I want to look at possibility of growing like herbs and vegetables outside. So thought I'd go to the garden centre and have a mooch around. I'm going to change this battery. I may pick you up tonight, I may not, but I'll see you guys when I see you guys. So see you in a bit. Okay guys, good morning. We have had a really productive morning so far. It's been a proper coastal grandmother morning. Let me just prop you up on my favourite spot here on the fireplace. There we go. Also, yes, I'm trying to get volume in my hair with some rollers. Don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we're trying. But yeah, we've had a real like coastal grandmother morning. We've been listening to bossa nova music while we've been cleaning. I did the pancake recipe, which will be on the blog. I've got thumbs up approval from the other half. Did you like it, babe? Yes. So yeah, we've done that, and now I'm just trying to figure out the rest of my day. I need to go and get my car cleaned because I can't be asked to do it myself. We need to go food shopping. We need to do dog W's.
Yeah, it's not a big food shop though, is it?
No, that's true. So we need to do that, and then obviously we're going over to my friend's house this evening, and I need to make the crumble before then, or at least start the crumble, which I don't know whether or not to do now. Cook it, prep it, and leave it in the fridge, or do it nearer to the time tonight when we go over. But I also have to edit.
It's got cool.
Yeah.
Let's
do that then. Let's go and make the crumble now and take you along, and then at least then once I've got everything over between the dog walk and stuff, I can actually edit, because I do need to sit down and edit, so I'm not doing it late at night. So let's take you into the kitchen and let's do one half of the crumble. Okay, very noisy drain in the background. You may also hear some other noise that Lee, who is also in love with our shark Hoover, is going around doing all the cobwebs. It's an old home, so it gets cobwebs all the time, so he's off on a little adventure. But I am going to prep the apple and rhubarb crumble. So basically my friend has invited me over for dinner. She's making a chicken and mushroom pie. So I said, well, I have to bring something anyway. So I thought I'd do a crumble because I had apples. It's easy enough to do, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one to do. I am looking at my blog for the recipe. So this is a recipe that my grandma passed to me, and I had it written on a piece of paper. I didn't want to lose it, so this is why I commit to the blog. If you ever want to know like what are my favorite like recipes or anything like that, go to my blog. It is a huge plug for the blog, but for me it's like my online recipe book. Like I just keep everything on there, so I have them available. One day I really do want to get like a proper like family recipe book that I can pass down to kids and grandkids if they have kids and stuff like that. So I really want just like an heirloom of these things, but for now, online, digital, it doesn't help with traffic, you know what I mean? So I'll link this recipe if you're interested. There's literally 3 steps to it. Basically, the first part is the actual crumble, the apple and rhubarb itself. You just have to obviously make sure you cook that off. That takes 10 minutes, nothing. Now, what you would then do is obviously make the crumble on top in that time, and then you would cook it for a further 30 to 35 minutes, and then that would be it done. Oh my god, that was hard work. But for us, what I'm gonna do is actually do the mixture and then leave it to cool, and then put the crumble on top and then put it in the fridge so I can carry it that way, and then all it has to do is cook for 30 to 35 minutes when we get there. You could do this if you were prepping for a dinner party or anything like that, or a family gathering, where you could just cook the fruit off first and then construct it later, which is exactly what I'm going to do, is just literally do the crumble about half an hour before we go. Like I said, cover it and then take the dish with me. What are you crying about? You've had all the attention and you're not getting any more treats. So yeah, I'm gonna start cooking, well, cutting up veg. Where did I put the rhubarb? 1 second, guys. There we go. Rhubarb. So, got these bits, and then I need, here we go. So I like to just use good old Le Creuset dish, who has been abused over the years. I need a couple more of these, but investment, you know. Although if I find the white version in HomeSense, I'm going to pick up a few more of these and get rid of the other stuff, because I rather just have 1 or 2 pots. I think we have too many pots and pans personally, because of the fact that all we do is use the air fryer now. So I need to just preheat the oven to 200 degrees. And then all we need to do is cut up the apples. So I'm going to be as quick as possible. And then obviously remember to gram it, because it's going to look so pretty when we put all the fruit in. I like to do chunks. So take a quarter, cut it in half, cut those in half, and then just slice in different sizes. And I like a Granny Smith apple personally. I know some people prefer like a honey chew one, but a Granny Smith apple is really nice and tart. I'm not very like fruit, not being a fruity person is not the right thing. I'm not a sweet person. I prefer tart things. So I know obviously the rhubarb offers tartness, but I like a tart apple, so green it is. Oh, I forgot to kind of tell you how many I'm doing over here. So far I've got 1 apple. I think I'm gonna do, should I do all the apples? How much rhubarb we've got a fair bit of rhubarb. Maybe, definitely 2, maybe all the apples. No, actually, do you know what? I'm not gonna use the other apple for anything, so let's just use it up. If only I wouldn't get a copyright if I put on some bossa nova music right now. The sacrifices I'm making for you guys. I wanted to have my Nancy Meyer moment, making a crumble with some jazz music in the background, but alas, YouTube copyright. What I will do is insert some jazz music now, likely, over this segment. I say also, if you are not from the UK, you may not be familiar with the crumble. The crumble is like an essential, hi guys, it's like an essential winter dish that we, like, everyone grew up with. If you're from the 90s, you grew up with a crumble because it's so easy to do. You can also do something like we were just discussing this because rhubarb obviously is a seasonal fruit, so you could do like a raspberry, apple and blackberry is a great one, apple and bramble, anything really that, you know, like you want that sweetness with the tartness basically to get the nice mixture of flavors. Actually, is 2 apples going to be more than enough? No, I'm going to actually fill it up. Alright, rhubarb time. I just cut off the nasty bits. I literally just do rhubarb like this, like in little chunks. I don't do any like quartering or anything like that. This is for 4 people, but I want to make sure it fills. It feels like there's a lot going in here, but I just want to make sure that you all have enough. If it's leftovers, it's leftovers, and it's going to cook down. That's the thing to remember as well with fruit, obviously. I mean, I'm probably telling you guys how to suck eggs at this point, but obviously when you cook fruit down, it does deteriorate in size. So when you put it in and it looks like your dish is about to overflow, just remember it's going to get smaller. I know you want the food, but you're not getting the food. Oh, look at that colour. Right, quick Instagram, guys. Okay, that is done. Now I remember you need to squeeze lemon over it. And right. Oh, there we go, right. Apples, vanilla, sugar. Vanilla, how much vanilla? 1 tablespoon. I'll eye it. There we go, that's about right. Vanilla and sugar. How much sugar? Right, it says caster sugar, but I'm gonna try brown sugar because it'll give it a nice caramelly taste and whatnot. I'm gonna eyeball this. I just can't be asked to get my weighing scales out, and I'm just gonna eyeball it. I know roughly what it will be. That's the washing machine done. Told you it's a very domestic day. Okay, so that is the first bit done. So just in case you missed that bit, it's all 3 apples in there, a lot of rhubarb. I don't know how much rhubarb, but I think it was about 3 stalks. 1 lemon juice squeezed over the top, about 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. It does recommend caster sugar, but I just had brown sugar available because I was making the pancake. And 1 let me just quickly check. Yeah, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I eyeballed it, and then you just toss it together. The oven's been preheating at 200 degrees, and that's just gonna go in for 10 minutes. So once that's done, I'll take it out, leave it on the side to cool down, and then I'll pick the recipe back up with you guys when we come to do the crumble bit. Okay, I'm back in yesterday's jumper, but just for 5 minutes. This is what I wore on the dog walk. But we have been back. Been doing a bit of editing, but I'm not gonna lie, my neck is killing me. I could not concentrate on editing. Nina, I don't know if you watch these videos, but if you do, I will pay a lot of money for you to give me an appointment. Like, please let me in at your next availability. She's always booked up like 3 months in advance because she's incredible. And I'm just like saying, I will sell Dash on the black market if it means I get an appointment because my back and my neck is killing me. I will do it. But yeah, we've just been back. Lee has very nicely cleaned my car for me, and I am forever grateful for that because it needed the clean. And you're just putting away stuff now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to find my crumble recipe on my blog, on my phone, so that I can finish off the crumble with you guys. So let me get in a better angle on this because I'm sure this is doing nothing for my back. Well, yeah, here we go. Right, let me get you set up. We'll finish off the crumble bit and then I will get ready to go out for dinner tonight. Okay, only thing is I forgot to get the butter out, so that is cold butter, and you need non-cold butter to basically get it nice and nice. So I need to get ginger and flour. Is this dry? Yep, that will do. Okay, so flour. Where's the ginger? That'll do. Okay, so we need 200 grams of plain flour.
Real scale.
I eyeball it.
We have a scale.
We do, I just can't be bothered. Alright, and then 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. That'll do. Okay, so take the rings off. Flour and ginger into a large bowl. Rub in the butter. How much butter do I need?
Just like
100 grams. Well, the good thing with the butter is they give you the little guides. Oh, actually, you do need cold butter. I stand corrected. 50. I didn't say I was wrong. I just said I stood corrected. I stood corrected. They all heard
correct
me.
Means you're wrong.
No.
Correct means that was wrong.
No. Stand corrected. Look, I forgive myself for the error. Well, that doesn't mean I was wrong. Oh god. Alright. Come on. Like literally you can't have any of this Dash. I don't know why you're hanging around here. Now my grandma did call for salted butter. She did mention this way back when. She prefers salted butter with this type of thing rather than going for unsalted butter. So could be a Yorkshire thing, could be it's good for the recipe. Right, so this is the messy bit. You have to get the butter and basically mix it in with the flour with your fingers like this. It's because I have poor circulation. My grandma always said I was very good at doing this bit because I was very good at making pastry because I always had cold fingers. But you're basically mixing it together until you get like the breadcrumb consistency. Okay, that will do. So it kind of looks like that. You're not getting anything too even as such. You just want it to be like, just all kind of, yeah. Alright, put the butter away. Alright, next is, here we go, porridge oats. I tend to do more oats than flour because I like that crumble bit. Grams of light brown sugar. Ooh, that'll do. cinnamon. There we go. That's all you're doing is flour mixed in with butter and ginger, added in some porridge oats and then some light brown sugar. Mix it all together like this. I've added cinnamon. Valerie's probably like, no, but I fancied adding cinnamon to it. And now I'm just going to put all these bits away and then I'm going to add my crumble on top. So this is what it looks like cooled off. And you're just going to take the topping and you are sprinkling on top. I would pour the bowl, but I do believe I may have gone over on the mixture. So we shall see. I particularly like the crumble topping, so I kind of like having a lot of the mixture, but...
You do.
Oh, you do? Okay, well... Actually saying that, covering it up, we're going through it quickly. Okay, there you go. I did put a little bit of salt on top just to balance out everything, because there is a book, I believe it's called Salt Something, but it does say to mix in these days to make it really good, but that is what it looks like. I've just evened it all out and I used up all the mixture, so this was a perfect amount, because even with like a thin layer you could see some of the fruit coming through. So that is ready to transfer. I will probably just quickly, well, I probably won't, I will definitely cover this with cling film now just to protect everything. I also have double cream in the fridge that I'm gonna take, because let's face it, it's always better with some cream or custard. And I had some cream left over from the pancake today. So yeah, gonna get this sorted and then I'm gonna change. She said to be late because she is always running late, so she was like, please be late and don't be your early self. So I've got some time just to kind of kill, and then we'll set off and go and have a lovely little Sunday dinner. Ignore that, just ignore that doesn't exist. But I've really entered my coastal grammar for years in style. I'm obsessed with this jumper. I picked it up, I think it's like £17.50 from M&S, linking down below obviously, but it is just this little stripy number that, like, how cute do I look? I know Lee's gonna say I'm off to the yacht club, but I feel so cute and comfy in this. I've got my M&S jeans. I think I'm actually all M&S apart from the vest underneath. And I've just thrown my hair up because it was just not working. I thought, oh, casual Sundayness, this looks cute. But I thought this is a really cute little outfit. I'm gonna put my boating shoes on, which are also M&S, and I'll link them, and I'm just gonna be like, yes, Coastal Grandmother Party 1. Even got my M&S puffer. Just a walking advertisement for M&S today, so you are welcome. But yeah, this is the casual look for going to dinner. Let's go and grab everything. Let's have off the dinner. I don't know how much I'm going to show you because it is obviously my friend's house. She's a private citizen. She might not want to be on camera, but I might show off her food. So I'm going to take this. I can't make any guarantees that I'm going to pick you up when I'm there, but whatever I can show you, I will show you. But obviously, respect, she don't want to be on camera. So let's go and grab my bag and let's get going. Okay guys, good morning. I know it looks like it's night time, but it's not. It is the next day. This one forgot to end the, oh, now we're getting Mr. Onion out. I forgot to end the vlog yesterday when we got back. We got back a bit late and just time passed and everything like that. And yes, I am still wearing last night's jumper. I only wore it for a bit, so I thought I'd throw it on while I am working from home, hence why I'm here in this situation. I'm just about to log on, but I thought I would just do a very quick thank you and just say, yeah, this is the end of the vlog. That's just joining in with this commentary. But thank you very much guys for watching this, what I hope is like a wholesome little weekend vlog. I've actually really enjoyed it, and I think I'm definitely going to make time in the schedule to show you guys more of these like wholesome weekend vlogs. I think definitely like if I plan a bit ahead, like I can definitely have a theme to each of the months so you can get certain content and just have that kind of rolling. I'm obviously very aware that I have mentioned that there will be a room makeover happening. I said it was going to be happening towards the end of January and it's not completed yet. At the moment this has been pushed back to the end of February, but it's coming soon guys, but I'm not guaranteeing, what is that face? I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to be happening anytime soon guys. It's just life in general, and yeah, but it's coming, guys, so if you're not subscribed already, make sure you are so you don't miss out. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other content you want to see, anything you want me to cover, DIYs, vlogs, how-tos, anything like that. I'm gonna, like I said, crack on with work. I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a lovely rest of your week, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.